Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason and the channel is The Everyday Card Collector. In today's video, I'm going to go through a couple cards that I have from a particular set in the 60s. I was watching the Four Collectors live last night, and that was on Sunday night. I am taping this on Monday afternoon. They were going over the sets of the 60s and ranking them. Which I thought I did on this channel. I thought I did it for the 50s and the 60s, but when I kind of combed back through the videos, I didn't do that. So maybe I'll go ahead and do that. At least I remember doing it, but I didn't see a video of either of them. So that might be a couple videos to do in the future. But it really had me intrigued, and there were some really good points made. On who likes what. It's all obviously opinion and preference as to what you find unique about cards or what appeals to you in the sets that you collect. There was one particular set that I'm kind of on the fence about when I'm ranking, if I were to be ranking the 60 sets, and I'm talking from 1960 to 1969. Now, that being said, I really enjoy all of them. I do like all of the sets. But I think Jake from Legends Never Die brought up a great point. I think he mentioned that it depends on what kind of collector are you, and that makes sense. If you're collecting a set, if you're a set collector versus a player collector or specific card collector, what you think might be nice or appeals to you might be different than a set collector. And he brought up the point of the 61 tops. It was getting banged on a little bit within the live that I was watching, and Jake basically brought up the point, well, there's half of those cards throughout the set, because he's a set collector, where there are guys with no hats and they're not very appealing pictures. Therefore, the set really isn't that good looking. I think Dylan showed a couple cards. They showed their favorite card out of every set, and Dylan from Double D Vintage showed a couple cards that he loved out of that set, and I think he actually ranked the set a little bit higher, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, it had me thinking, and specifically of that set, because when you see that set, or if you're familiar with enough cards within that set, there are some very unappealing cards, I guess is how I would put it. The Harmon Killebrew is an unappealing card, and there's quite a few of them. But at the same point in time, I'm not a set collector, and I collect specific players or cards from particular sets. So this is the set that had me intrigued the most, because when you think of it as a whole, it's not a set that really pops out in your head. It's a pretty simplistic, plain set, which actually I prefer in a lot of my sets, but it doesn't have a lot of flash like the 1960 set, multicolored letters, dual photos, action shot and portrait, all those things, big bright colors, all of those things make the 1960 set stand out. And then you get into 61, and there's really not a lot of definitive differences from card to card. And quite honestly, some people find it unappealing based on specific cards, I believe. So I grabbed about 6 or 7 cards of the 61 set, and I figured I'd show them because I think they're all great looking cards. And again, it's very difficult for me to judge what sets I like better, but maybe I'll do that in the future because I enjoy all cards from all sets in some way, shape, or form. So I think I grabbed 7. We'll get the camera turned around. I'll show my 61 cards that I grabbed, and what I like about them. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So as I mentioned, I grabbed a bunch of cards from the 1961 top set. I think I grabbed 7 of them total, and I just wanted to show them because I know it's not a set that gets a ton of love. It's a pretty simplistic set, yet I think you can find beautiful cards in every set, particularly of the golden era from the 50s and 60s. It's hard not to find some magnificent cards in every single set that they made from 1950 all the way up until 69. In my opinion, it goes farther. I really love the 70s as well. So 70, 71, 72, I really enjoy as well. But, we'll kind of run through these cards and take a peek at them. So the first one I'm showing is the 61 Ted Keselowski. So pretty typical card. You will get a lot of portrait shots. I think of all the cards that I'm showing, 3 of them are portrait shots. But what you'll see is basically 2 squares on the bottom. Colors do differ in those squares, and we'll see that as we're going through it. So his nameplate is red, and his team, Los Angeles Angels, even though he's got a White Sox hat on, is in green. But it's a pretty basic set. Why do I have it? And oh, look, there's a price tag on it. I don't think I paid $5 for that, but but why do I have it? Obviously because he's wearing a Sox hat. I think it's pretty interesting that he's wearing got the Los Angeles Angels as the team, and obviously I'm a Sox collector, so I have quite a bit of Big Ted. Second card I'll show is my Nelly. I collect all Nelly. I do need to do a video on his run. I don't have all of his cards, but I have a good portion of his run. So maybe I'll do that in the future as well. But again, so if you're looking in comparison to the Ted, nameplate is the same, red. Team plate is a little bit different. Chicago White Sox is yellow. Los Angeles Angels is green. I'll show the backs on these. Pretty plain Jane backs. Not a whole heck of a lot to them. But, you know, again, these two are portrait shots. Nelly with the big wad of chew in his mouth. I think these are great. I really do enjoy these cards. I think that it's a good, simplistic design and something I like. I'll show my last portrait, and it's my Stan Musial. I think it's a great card. So, again, you got nameplate in yellow, which is different than the first two cards that I showed, and then team plate in green. You know, just a great-looking card. You know, I mean, you're not going to get too flashy with portrait shots. I mean, what can you do? You know, if you don't like the 58 set, then you probably don't like portrait shots, because I think the bulk of that set is portrait shot photos. So they do not bother me. But I will say this, when it comes down to if we're talking pre-war cards or, you know, T206 cards, I prefer a lot of the what I guess I would call an action shot over a portrait shot. And I believe overwhelmingly most people prefer the portrait shots, but I do not. And actually, because of that, I think the portrait shots come in at a little bit more expensive of a price as opposed to some of the other cards. Like, I know Cy Young's got 2 or 3 cards in the set, and I believe his portrait shot is the most expensive, but don't quote me on that. But again, simple design, but a good-looking card, right? I love that card. The rest I will kind of call, you know, posed shots / action shots. You know, when the Four Collectors Live was doing their rankings, it was based on a lot of things. It was based on insets within the set itself. I know Theo took the backs into account, which I think is cool. And then just rookie and star power, if you will. I'm basically looking at it from the design aspect. I think this is an awesome card. 61 Topps Willie McCovey. Very affordable card, and his second year card. So again, if you don't have to have the rookie, or if you don't have the budget for the rookie, but you still want to get an early McCovey, this is a great option and a great way to go. But a beautiful card. One of my favorite cards in the set has been on the channel several times. 61 Brooks Robinson in a 5.5. You know, so team plate is in blue as opposed to Stan with it in the green, and that's just a beautiful shot with the Oriole on his shoulder, the logo on his shoulder. I think that's a fantastic card. So, you know, you may not like the set, or if you think of the set in the back of your mind, and the only thing that comes up is some of the horrific cards, you know, don't forget every set's got some beautiful cards in it. So they're definitely worth looking at. And then I'll finish it off with a couple rookie cards. Great card. You know, great card for me being from Chicago. I've got to have his rookie card, Billy Williams, and he's got the star indicating him as a rookie, and then the star rookie, which is 1961 rookie. So I think that's a fantastic card. I'll pair it up with the last card I'm going to show, which is the Ron Santo rookie. So it is not a star rookie card. It's actually a rookie. He's got the trophy with the all-star rookie, but this is his rookie card. And you will see that the nameplate and the team plate has been flipped on these two cards. So the yellow and the red have been swapped out, which I think is kind of cool. But both beautiful cards, both important cards for me, being from Chicago. You know, they are Chicago legends. So I think it was important to get both of them. I'm a White Sox fan, but I said it a couple times, I'm not the Cub hater that everybody thinks I am. So I wanted to get both of those in the collection. But I just wanted to do this quick video. I thought it'd be fun. You know, I have a few more 61s. I only broke out a couple of them. But I thought it would be fun to, talk about this particular set because it seemed to bring a little bit of, well, some people like it and some people don't kind of thing. So I always enjoy hearing the different opinions. And again, that's all they are opinions. You like what you like and you don't like what you don't like. And there's nothing wrong with that and it can't be wrong. But, I did want to show that there are some beautiful cards within this set and I really enjoy them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was just real quick. Coming down the pipe, I got another couple videos coming in this week. I have a couple ideas that I'm going to shoot some videos and probably throw them up there back to back. And then we're getting close to Strongsville, so I'm getting pretty excited about that. But that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll talk on the next video. Thanks for jumping on, everybody. Bye-bye.